They ain't gonna like this one. AEW lost its lore. They forgot what made them special and why we liked them in the first place. They came in at the perfect time. When fans were tired of WWE and they were looking for something fresh, AEW came in and they took us off of our feet and they gave us something to watch and something to care about. But that didn't last long, did it? I'll tell you why. They ended up becoming everything that they said that they wouldn't. They said that whatever WWE did, they were going to do the opposite. But they ended up doing the same exact thing. They brought in a bunch of older wrestlers to take the spotlight away from the younger ones. And that's when everything pretty much went downhill from there. They started relying so much on debuts that after people made their debut, they ended up getting lost in the shuffle. They're like, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea if we brought Edge here? What if we brought Big Show here? What if we brought Mark Henry? What if we brought all these other people that were, misused by WWE and we just had them show up in AEW? Okay, but what was your plan after that? What was your plan after they came here? What are they going to do? How are they going to stay relevant? How are they going to be in the spotlight? A big name will come here, and then they'll end up doing two things. They'll either become irrelevant the next week, or they'll end up taking the spotlight away from somebody else who's much younger. For example, all of the people who are basically in AEW, well, not all of them, but most of them are ex-WWE people. Look at the champions. The first AEW champion was Chris Jericho, and then they gave it to Jon Moxley. Two dudes who used to work in WWE. And, there's nothing wrong with that because obviously you want to hire people who are established stars already to make the company seem legit. But there's a problem. CM Punk, he came back and he won the belt. And I'm a fan of him. I'm just saying, it's a pattern. It seems like everybody who was in WWE before is elevated over the people who are actually there, working their asses off. Tony Storm, Paige, they came in, from WWE. And they ended up taking over the women's division over people who were already there. They claim that they hate WWE, but yet, if you're from WWE, then you're automatically placed on a pedestal. Moving on to the next reason why it's become so boring and unwatchable, it's not entertaining. They forget that this is a TV show and that we're here to be entertained. You can't just rely on great wrestling matches. You need to have great storylines and good feuds. There are no feuds in this company. They're just matches. The most popular wrestlers in WWE, they're not really popular because of how great they were in the ring. Some of them are, but most of them, like John Cena, Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Warrior, they weren't known for how great they were in the ring. They were known for how hyped they could get the crowd and how entertaining they were on the microphone and stuff. We have people worried less about cutting good promos and making memorable segments. We're just like, hey, go cut out there and say this or whatever, I feel like some of these people should have scripts because a lot of this work that I've been seeing recently has been really horrible. Like Chris Jericho and Hook, they're coming out here. This is not a feud. It's not a storyline. It's just random. Like, hey, I wrestled your dad a couple times back in our day or whatever. So now I want to wrestle you. And don't tell me he's going to betray Hook. Because really, who wants to see this feud? Nobody. That's who. Daniel Bryan versus Will Ospreay. These two are some of the best wrestlers in the world. But this has no build-up. Hey, you guys want to see these two really great wrestlers fight? Yeah, we do. But you want to know what would be nice? If they actually had a story behind it rather than a dream match. A dream match is nothing without a great highlight package to show the animosity between two wrestlers. We don't just want to see people go out there and put on a good fight. We want to be able to watch a story. We want to be able to have, pick a side of who we're on. It shouldn't just be about, I think this person is better wrestler, so this person should win. We want to see, who has shown the most determination, who has overcome, who has shown the most character growth. There is no character development in AEW because there's no stories. You can't develop as a character if there's no story. One of my favorite storylines and feuds was Edge versus Christian, when Christian went heel on Edge. In the storyline, they were siblings, and Christian was the jealous younger brother, and he was upset that everything that he got, went to Edge, and everybody liked Edge better, even their parents. So he snapped. And he was like, I'm going to take your title. I'm going to take everything that you love. In AEW, they had Christian say, "Hey Edge, go fuck yourself," and then he would end up cheating to win, take Edge's title. And then after that, Edge was like off TV for like a long ass time. I didn't even know that they were in a feud. Edge came back, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take my title back." I was like, I really forgot that this feud even existed. Because if you're gonna have a feud, you need to have the people constantly going at it. It can't be a feud if, one person's off TV for like 2 fucking months or whatever the fuck he was doing. I just was like, okay, I'm not invested in this. Another thing is the constant drama backstage behind the scenes. It's like, why is it that every time somebody brings up AEW, it's always something negative that happens within the company that people just can't seem to get along? People have such big egos, and this company hasn't even been around for 10 years. People really do need to get a hold of themselves. They're in the minor leagues. If you were in WWE, I would kind of understand, but even then, you have to be humble. People get in AEW and think that just because they're on TV, like, they know that Tony isn't going to do anything, so that's probably why they got a big head, because they know that Tony Khan will never be able to put his foot down and step up to somebody and say, you know what, you're fired. Also, they worry too much about what other people are saying about them. Every time, they always have to address it, or they always find a way to take shots at WWE. Like when they had Edge cut that promo talk about how AEW is the place to be. Edge would have never cut that promo if CM Punk didn't say that the place was a joke, and he had every right to say it because he was right. I already did a video on that, so if you want to know what I'm talking about, just go watch that. But AEW, they literally, like the first episode, the first time I ever saw Dynamite, Cody Rhodes literally came out, and he was, mocking Triple H, and then he destroyed that fake throne and shit. It's like AEW has literally been taking shots at WWE since day one. They can't stand when somebody has 1 ounce of criticism for them, but they want to go around making fun of everybody else. It's just tired. And the reason why everybody is so upset is because we figured out what AEW has truly been all along. A second-rate version of WWE. It was never the big leagues and never intended to be. The only reason why they got to where they're at is because people got tired of watching WWE and wanted something new. And I'll admit, I was one of those people, but I actually did genuinely like AEW, especially like last year. But ever since they fired CM Punk, the whole product has just become unwatchable. Look at the views. Look at how badly the views have declined. They went from 1 million, and now they're literally at 750,000. It's like, come on now. Can somebody please play Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains? That should be the theme song for All Out. People speak badly about WWE all the time, and they never really address the criticism. In fact, WWE, they double down. If somebody says, hey, WWE, we don't like that you guys made John Cena a superstar, they'll double down and they'll put John Cena on TV. Somebody will criticize AEW, and they'll act like, oh, how could you tell this person to harm themselves? It's like, you guys need to stop taking everything to heart. People are going to criticize you. That's a part of life. If you can't take the heat, then get out the kitchen. Pretending that everything is all fine and dandy isn't going to get you anywhere. That's why the views have gone down. Instead of asking yourself, what could we do to gain those followers that we lost back? They're just saying, hey, let's keep doing what the vocal minority is doing. What they're enjoying. And then let's see how this works. And every single time, you're going to see the views go down. You're going to see the views go down every single time because more people are tuning out. Like this whole Samoa Joe and Swerve feud. This feud is so boring, and we have to wait all the way until the end of April just to see Swerve get the belt. By the time Swerve gets the belt, they'll probably be at like 400,000 views, honestly. I'm not even joking. The views have been going down. When Mercedes Moné made her debut, it was like 800K. This week, they literally did, 750K, and that was, slightly up from, the past with, 740-something K. It's not getting any better, and it's only going to get worse from here. They signed 3 big names, and they barely even moved the needle. And I'm a fan of all 3 of these people. Well, not Okada, but the other 2 I'm a fan of. It just goes to show, it doesn't matter how many people you sign, the product just isn't interesting anymore. Because like I said, it lost its lore. There's no storytelling. There's too much drama going on. The product just seems so unlikable. Tony Khan would rather go on Twitter and try to laugh at Eric Bischoff's podcast being, shut down than trying to write good stories and stuff for these wrestlers. It's like, have fun laughing at him being shut down
because AEW is going to be taken off TV soon because it's not getting any fucking viewers. The fans want to say, hey, if you don't like it, don't watch it. All right, well, we fucking stopped watching it. And that's why pretty soon you're going to see Tony Khan going off on Twitter talking about how ungrateful wrestling fans are and how we all suck because we got AEW taken off TV. We didn't get anything taken off TV. You guys got AEW taken off TV yourselves. Bad booking, no feuds, too much backstage drama, picking up WWE rejects, refusal to listen to any criticism, constantly taking shots at WWE, looking for damage control. It's literally just so, like, everybody in this company is so immature. Cody Rhodes recently came out in an interview, and he said that everybody in the elite, basically, I mean, the elite's the one who founded AEW, so who else would he be talking about? He said that they all treated Brandy bad, and that they used her as a scapegoat when they ended up leaving to go to WWE. Like, that's why Cody left in the first place, because he knew that AEW was a sinking ship, and he had to get out of there. There's a reason why all the stars from AEW have left. Jade Cargill, she knew that they weren't doing anything for her and they wasted her. Brian Pillman Jr. ended up leaving. Andrade ended up leaving. Brian Cage might end up leaving. MJF is most definitely leaving. House of Black, they want out. I think Athena might want out too. Santana just left. The whole thing is a dumpster fire. It's a mess. And I'm not even rooting for AEW to fail. I actually want it to, do good because they brought the best out of WWE. If it wasn't for what AEW was doing at the start, WWE wouldn't be as good as it is now. They gave them competition. They took some of their viewers and, they made them step up, which I'm very grateful that AEW did that. But I feel like it served its purpose, and now it's time to hang it up. At this rate that they're going, they won't be around for the next 5 years. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just being realistic. The viewers are going down rapidly. It's not like they lost one or two. Like, they literally are losing, like, tens of thousands of viewers by the second, by every segment that goes on.
If you want to keep this thing interesting, go back to the drawing board, please. Stop listening to the diehard fans that are telling you that it's okay. If they really want this product to improve, they will admit that there is a problem and you guys will look for a way to get those old viewers back. Because I'm making a video on it now because I care and because I want it to do good. I know it may seem like I'm making videos on AEW to trash it, but I'm actually not. I am a watcher. And what I've been seeing is not cutting it. Bring back the old AEW that we all know and love. Stop trying to look for people who WWE fired. Go find some new talent somewhere else that hasn't been discovered or hasn't been on TV yet and make them stars. Stop relying on debuts and stop, with these short-term booking. You guys need to learn how to do long-term booking. That's what AEW needs. They need longevity if they want to have longevity. We need to see something played out, like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, you know what I mean? That storyline has been going on for years. That's why they have this whole finish the story. AEW, their longest feuds will be like 1 second. There's no storytelling here. We need something that's captivating, something that'll get people invested, something that'll get us on our feet, that'll keep us moving. I don't just want to see a good match. If I want to see a good match, WWE has good wrestlers too. They're saying this is where the best wrestle. So we were just going to pretend that people who work in WWE aren't good wrestlers. I can name so many great wrestlers. We have Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, etc. CM Punk. It's like, come on, give us something to work with. You can't expect people to start tuning in again until you guys, do something for us. We did our end of the bargain. We're telling you what we want. Now we want you to deliver. That's all I really got to say about this whole thing. So if you're a fan of AEW, at least watch this video and probably take into account some of the things that I'm saying rather than saying that I'm just hating, because it's not really hating. I'm actually giving like critique and saying things that can improve, So if you like the video, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that other stuff. Do you think that AEW is going to get any better, or is this thing doomed for good? Because I really want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. So take care, have a nice day, and peace out.